All right, I've had on my mind a little bit to do a little microwave related technologies for use in not only what I'm familiar with, the microwave synthesis and synthetic chemistry. CEM has some good YouTube videos, but Anton Parr really has the best website. I should open that up, but I just kind of want to run through this kind of quick. You can search online. I did my undergraduate research a little more above and beyond what was required, studying, researching the comparison between regular synthetic classical methods and then also novel microwave-assisted methods. Preferably, I wanted to tune based on the resonance of functional groups, the molecular energies, and maybe use infrared, but also microwaves as well. So tunable based on the reaction occurring. But anyhow, classical 2.4 gigahertz approximate microwave is more common. And, again, this is the video I copied and uploaded. Yeah, by the way, microwaves are used by chemists, so they have been for a while. And interesting, the Anton Parr site shows the year I worked on, and I don't want to say directly related, but I definitely talked a lot. I still talk a lot. Maybe spawned more research and actual work using the microwaves. But you can see here, one of the thoughts I've had, I've never really discussed it before, or at least documented online, I should say, is the traditional Haber-Bosch process or other processes to potentially make ammonia using microwaves. And it looks like that research is starting to that's new. So that's like 2020 and newer. So, again, I have been writing, though, more recently online, different sites. And really more so encouraging like Cody's Lab and some other sites, Nighthawk in the Light and others to look into lab coats. I think was most recent I documented, was to consider reviewing this Melt Metals in the Microwave, the Ultimate Guide. Also this DIY microwave kiln video, which actually shows really good detail, I think more so related to, like he's pointing right now, lining with a susceptor, the silicon carbide material, the inside. That's what he's using. He doesn't show in detail, but there's little windows you can see, moments where his kiln he uses for melting out the plastic, the PLA, that's lined with susceptor material. But he starts this video out showing how to make the kiln using Kapton tape, the fiber wool, maybe some silica glass, depends how you want to line, coat the bottom. And then at this time here, about 17, he goes into 2 different crucible ways. Again, he doesn't really go into a lot of detail as he does in the other videos regarding the casting so much. Though it's very interesting. It'd be cool to see somebody in the U.S. going into more detail regarding it. And we do see, in the U.S. at least, a little more related to, like, say, highballs working on sintering. There's some other videos making rubies in the microwave, Nighthawk in the Light, Hard Rock University. I think there's some others where they're actually smelting using microwaves. So that's really interesting to see, and that's really neat. It's something I've really, not only with infrared, lasers are just not really even that directed energy type systems. Using for not only the synthetic chemistry, but also for, melting metals potentially. I haven't really done the mass energy balance to do the calculations, though you would think might be more energy efficient. Maybe where, next would be probably the inductive systems, so the RF related, so maybe not microwaves exactly, but RF related to, inductive heating type furnace methods. There's also the solar sintering, you've seen where basically you're using infrared radiation of the sun and focusing that down into a small point, and sintering sand to make glass sculptures. So kind of transitioning from the topic of the sintering of titanium and other metals that are 3D printed. What would be the potential of having a microwave related? Maybe that wouldn't be a good idea. Maybe that would too much, reflection and whatnot, and not controlled enough operation. But I kind of wonder, it's probably more complex, definitely, having to deal with susceptor material Because without susceptor material, I don't know, really be more dependent on the material that you're focusing on, whether it's a mazing process or just a lens, basic, Fresnel lens like so here, or other lens type process where you're focusing the energy to a fine point. And speaking of, I'll just kind of go into this because it's kind of interesting. It looks like they're using 28 gigahertz and 137 gigahertz. But this is the, what is this? This is the MIT spinoff. I think recently ARPA funded, of course, Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, Alterac Energy, and now I think it's Quaise Energy has been formed with MIT work from, I forget the doctors. I shouldn't forget. Let me see here. This is probably written somewhere. This geothermal energy does a good overview. It's a little good overview article. Dr. Paul Waskov is MIT senior research engineer, and others have taken the lead to move this process forward. You can find some YouTube videos on there. But I just want to do a quick video. It's not that quick. Wow, I'm off 6 minutes. I'm not going to edit this. Muse about the latest and greatest use of microwaves, not only for synthetic chemistry, or sintering metals, for melting metals and foundry like casting work, and also including lost PLA methods. But also now it looks like well drilling is kind of the newer thing also, kind of like the use of microwaves to potentially improve on the ammonia synthesis and other, you can kind of rank the most advancing humanity type chemical reactions, and I assume it would be a good idea to assess and see how those can be improved using microwaves or other systems that I think really focus on the energy related to the reactions more, and those fundamental functional groups, those molecular energies related to those bonds, so to focus the energy specifically to those, and possibly have more isometric, polymorph type control even. More general, I guess would be a better term, polymorph control. So we control the morphology, whatever the type of isomer is, possibly just a thought related to maybe polarity adding into the situation as a coefficient to impact the reaction or whatnot. Anyways, okay, be safe, stay healthy until next time. Be safe, and bye for now.